So I'm using a monopod right now. My tripod is right there, but I forgot the so I couldn't use my camera. So I'm using my iPhone, and I am just using a wide angle. So it should be very equivalent. So let's just say you are on a shoot and you have something crazy like this, right? You have the entrance like this. How would you capture this entrance? So you can capture something like that, where you see the door and you see the stairway, or you can capture something like this, where you see that there's a walkway downstairs and then you see the walkway going upstairs. You don't have to do something like this or start off like that. Just keep it straight and use something like right here, this wall, to align your shot. So I'm just gonna go up the stairs. So what I try to do is obviously shoot each corner, but then after shooting each corner of the room, you can focus on the section of the room itself. So let's just get the shot and I'll explain. So right here, if you're closer to this wall, you want to see majority of this wall. I mean, you want to see less of this wall right here. So kind of just move it a little bit, and then, right. So you want to see 3 walls. You see 1, 2, 3. So that shot is done. So now that we're already here in the living room, right? Since you want to try to get all your photos in a specific sequence, you could do something like this. So you can shoot this way. So you have a wall right here, and then wall here. And then so your next shot could be something like this, 3 walls. So in this camera that I'm looking at now, you see how close I am to this. You can be much, much closer, and then just take your camera, something like that. And for those shots where you're trying to make sure you have enough photos, you can get something a little bit closer, and you don't have to focus on shooting the 3 walls, but just focus on shooting the space itself. So here, you're highlighting the living room area. So now that you're done with that, I like the fact that this is set up like this, because you have, like, this area is in a way, your camera is like really low, and then you have, stuff like this right here. So you still want to capture the entire space so that the person viewing can understand the walkthrough. So if you have an obstruction like this at the bottom of your camera, you can just raise it, boom, catch a shot like that. And then when you're done, you can just drop it back and then go to another area. So here, since you're leaving from there, your last shot was pointing at this area, you might as well just capture this shot. Boom, make sure everything's level, and then you got your shot. Then go in this corner. Same thing. You're closer to this wall, and let's say you're closer to this wall. So what not to do is to do something like this, right? Because you already saw this in the photo when you were over on this side, right? So you want to show off the longer part of the room, which is this, and this wall, you have this wall here, that wall there, and then this wall. So you have that, and you're just keeping the table at the center. So if you can imagine, like, what is the shooting point? What are you trying to focus on the most? It's the area, right? The living, or the certain room that you're shooting. So we're shooting the dining room now. So because we're shooting dining room, you don't want to shoot something like this, right? You want to focus on, this is the dining room, right? Get them to imagine themselves eating at the table with the family or roommates. So the next shot after this is that. So the point of you taking photos like this is to tell a story. So we came from this side, and then we walked all the way over here, and this, right, it could be your first shot, your last shot, doesn't matter, but from one photo you should be able to tell the story where they're going to go next. So from here, we can imagine they're going to go this way next. So if they just turn their camera, or if you just turn your camera, they're gonna notice, oh, boom. And what I said earlier, instead of doing a shot like this, and just showing off this area, they're gonna see it automatically when you start to shoot the kitchen. So you can start to shoot the kitchen like that. Okay. Or you can do a front facing shot like this. Just whatever looks right in camera. I'll just try that. Whatever looks right in camera, or whatever looks like uniform, you do something like that. And then now you're focusing on the kitchen. So you can come back in the dining room area, right? Now that this countertop is like taking majority of the bottom of the photo, just raise the camera up a bit. And then boom, that's your kitchen shot. And then let's say you want to get a little bit more creative for a tight kitchen like this, right? It's a bit awkward. You can put yourself here in this corner and shoot something like this, right? Shoot something like this. So that's that. And let's go outside. So when you're outside, right, let's say you open up the door and you want to take a shot like this. So the problem with this, let me lower my camera, is that this door is in the way. If you want to show that, okay, the door opens up this way, but it doesn't matter. Right. You can shoot two sides like this. So you have three options you can do. You can do something like this, right? Take your shot. You can go this angle, take your shot, right? Or you can just go straight down, do like this. So you can do 1, 2, and 3. That gives enough options for me to choose what photo is best, or include all 3. And then you just get the opposite side. Something like this, where you're gonna have something in the corner. You can just shoot one side, you can shoot like that, or you can go right beside your object that's obstructing your view. You can shoot like that. If you want to, you can do something like this too to show this side, but you don't have to be directly here in the corner to get your shot. Now, let's go downstairs.